almost uninterrupted. Get ready for the most extra podcast known to man. The Ace and TJ Show presents the Extra Funny Podcast.
Yeah. So I found this article about how many men's now are getting an enlargement procedure by getting fillers injected into their penis. And yeah, it's not just to smooth out those tiny wrinkles. So I guess it's kind of like when you get those butt injections to make your butt bigger.
Whoa.
But this would be the fillers. Seems like it would be a difficult procedure, but they say more and more guys are having it done.
For girth,
I guess.
not length.
Yeah, one guy who had it done said, I feel like I'm holding a baseball bat.
I feel like
He's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
He said he tacked on a whopping 1.5 inches to his wacky.
Whoa.
He's one of many men who, well, this is written incorrectly. This is one of many men who are, it should be one of many who is, sex-expanding their horizons.
Oh, God. That's good.
With injections of hyaluronic acid-based penis fillers, which are non-surgical, last more than a year, and are reversible, unlike more invasive implant techniques. The penis plumping procedures have been around since 2016. Popularity is swelling big time in 2023, it says.
Wow.
Let's see. This is penile enhancement broadens the appendages by up to a half inch per session, with some patients adding a whole 2 inches overall in the bid to boost confidence and improve their performance. And it's not just the lesser endowed who are seeking the total package. Yeah, so then it goes on and on about guys who have done it, and it says that the prices range from $11,000 to $20,000 for a full round of treatment, depending on the type or number of injections. It can take 10 to 20 syringes.
Oh, God.
And it lasts forever?
A year.
20 grand
Yeah.
for an
Even
inch and a half?
on the low end, $11,000, but it only changes things for a year?
But, I mean, if it's like you're holding a baseball bat.
Yeah.
For a year.
And they got you forever. You're not going to want to not do that after you get
Yeah.
it. You know, it's like getting a smaller TV after you've had a big screen. You can't do that. You can't go backwards.
And what if you're a woman and you meet the guy like during, right after he's gotten the procedure, and then you fall for him and get married, and then he lets it just run out and says, well, you wake up one day and he's not a baseball bat. He's more of one of those little bats they give on bat night at the game.
Yeah.
Now,
You know?
You said 1.5 inches. Does that girth or length? What do we? Because 1.5 inches girth would speaks a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume. But no, TJ said length. He got
Okay.
an inch and a half length, which I don't fully
I don't know how
understand.
that
but
works, but anyway.
You would think it would just make it like plumper if you're filling it up with something.
Yeah. And if you just kept going back for procedures of that, I mean, we finally stop when it's the size of a soup can.
Yeah.
I mean, Why would you want that?
It's got to have limitations on it. Absolutely.
Yeah, and there's a big long article on it. No pun intended. But yeah, it's let's see. Oh, and it's different. It's giving different types of injections that you could get. But
Man, 11 grand to 20 grand, that's a lot of money.
For a year.
and I always just pictured that filler stuff being like caulk.
Oh no.
You know, it's like caulk. Smooth stuff out in the face and all.
You assume insurance doesn't cover this, right?
Yeah,
I can't imagine it would. I cannot imagine insurance would cover that. But it's like, breast augmentation, a boob job is whatever, it's about the same price,
Yeah.
but it lasts forever.
You get to keep it. Yeah. And I wonder if there's like it slowly fades away, if it's like over a weekend, your thing just deflates.
Yeah, imagine if you were to get that done in, just use a calendar year, in January, and then you're the lady, she meets the guy, and they start dating in October, November, December. It's great. And then right after the first of the year, it's like, whoa, everything's just so 3 months into the relationship, it's like, this is the most fantastic thing ever. Then it all changes.
And they're all single guys that they're going to get this, right? I mean, so imagine if you hit you get the injections and then you hit like a dating slump and you're like, oh my gosh, I just spent all this money. I need to get laid like right now. And all your dates are going like real, or you got bad acne for whatever reason for a month. You're like, oh my God, I'm not going to waste this money. What do I do?
Are there side effects?
I'm sure it's a long article.
That you made me think about that, though, Riggins. What if that is one of the side effects, that it makes you break out? Or
Yeah. You stink. Your nuts shrink or something like, oh no.
I wonder how big the needle is, though.
Oh, there's no way it's not huge.
Yeah, because I mean, it's got to be able to. I mean, I don't know the thickness of the filler, but I would think that it's not. It's not like a diabetes shot that would go in your stomach or wherever.
It's got to be bigger than a Botox needle, right?
I don't know.
Well, maybe
In
not.
20 times, they
Yeah.
got to shoot you up.
Making you a pincushion.
Yeah, basically.
That's the title of the article. My penis was a pincushion.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. And this has been around since 2016, so it's kind of
Yeah.
new. But yeah, you tell guys, they're like, we found a trick to make your penis bigger, they're going to buy in.
But you know what? Women would probably hold that against him. They would judge by, you went and got that procedure done to make yourself bigger.
Yeah, which is lame. Because guys don't care if you have a boob job.
Right. Guy didn't hold that against you.
And women, I think a lot of women are like, don't those look fake? It's like, well, yeah. And, yeah, they don't look natural at all. Who cares? But I don't think women are going to have that same opinion. You're right.
And I don't think women, though, would be pushing their boyfriend or husband to go get it done. Like a lot of men, like, you should get a boob job. I don't think they would be saying, you know what, you should go get that penis enlargement.
Yeah. Probably.
So,
It's terribly demoralizing if someone tells you that, right?
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not just a one-way street on the double standard thing.
No. Man. I would like to try it. I mean, it's temporary. It's a year. If it wasn't $11,000, who wouldn't give that a shot?
And then what if women would come, with pictures from the internet and go, hey, this is what the size yours should be. So go to however many sessions it takes. This is the perfect size. Because, that's the way, husbands do with their wives when they're getting a boob job or whatever.
The worst of all,
good size.
the worst of all would be, though, if the doctor goes, he said, what size are you thinking? She goes, hang on a second. And she scrolls back through her phone a few years and goes, about that size. You're like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's showing a picture like that, it better have a copyright thing on the bottom of it. It better be Getty Images or something. so I know it's not a private photo.
Yeah. And it stays like that even when you're not excited. I bet.
Stays what?
Like,
It's
stays
it's
thicker or
bigger.
longer.
It's bigger when it's longer and bigger when it's more difficult and when it's easy.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah. Man.
But I wonder if it's, if it looks fake.
Yeah.
Like when women get those fillers in their cheeks and all, and sometimes it makes their mouth look like the Joker. Isn't that what causes their mouth? Some women who have had procedures done, their mouth looks like the Joker. Like it goes off to the side, stretches on the side. So I wonder if that's the same thing. Like if you look at it, it looks like a piece of plastic or something.
Something weird.
Yeah.
What kind of penis is that?
And we're like, I don't care if it looks fake or not.
Yeah. Come on over here, big boy.
What do you want for Christmas? Well, they've had this procedure now. But yeah, that sucks that it's only a year.
Yeah, it's a little expensive for a
expensive.
year.
$11,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a year.
For an inch and a half.
It says, didn't it say it can go more than that?
Is it like
That's just what that
percentage-based?
one guy had.
Like if you already have a good bit, it would give you a good bit more because it's based on what you already have.
I don't know. Did you read that?
No, I was just guessing. I'm just curious.
Let's see. With some patients adding a whole 2 inches overall. So I'm guessing that is the length and the girth Brooks. 2 inches in length and 2 inches in girth
You're adding
Brooks.
2 inches.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
Hey, come here. Let me show you about circumference.
That is crazy. That would transform your penis completely.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah. But I wonder if you lose sensation or anything like that.
But to your point earlier though, Riggins, if you pay $11,000, $12,000, $15,000, $20,000 for that, the moment you walk out of that place,
Yeah,
it's
you
like
wanna-
I'm on the clock now.
Yeah.
Like I would be obsessed with making sure that every moment was spent toward putting it to use.
Absolutely.
As if I'm not already. I would just be
Yeah,
totally
right.
obsessed with that. Like every day you'd be like, 320 days left to go. I got it.
Yeah.
God,
Tick-tock.
I wasted the day today. It's big.
Because I don't think people in relationships are interested in this. I think this is all 100% single guys.
Well, here's one guy named Ray Dexter with a quote in the article. He says, my mid shaft was in the 6 or 6.5 inch range. And then it says, Ray Dexter, a lushful aesthetics client and gay porn star.
Oh,
Whose privates have spearheaded more than 4 million Google searches. I don't know what that means. But anyways, after receiving multiple treatments over several years, he claimed that his penis grew about 7 inches
7 inches?
around. That's what it says. 7 inches around.
That's weird. What's going on there? That cannot look normal.
He said, I think it had a positive effect on my career.
All right. So in his case, though, that's his calling card. That's his moneymaker.
The guy with the abnormally he added 7 inches, so it's 9 inches
now
around.
became 7 inches around.
Yeah.
That's insane.
How would you? What? I'm gonna have to.
I'm tempted to look it up, but Oh, Ray Dexter.
And then
Does not sound like it.
they have quotes
Porn
here
star.
from William Moore, a co-founder of the Dallas-based enhancement firm Fallowfill. Said he started in 2020 by injecting friends and people whom he knew. He now has 16 franchises nationwide with people from Los Angeles to Detroit and Miami apparently clamoring to get. As the fans of Hollywood's serial lady killer Pete Davidson calls it, that
Yeah.
big D energy. Well, and I love that the writer uses that like it's some hip thing. Like, as Pete Davidson calls it. Okay.
By the way, I looked on the website of that place, and the girth expectancy is an extra 1 to 1.5 inches for extra girth. So that's what we were talking about, right? That's what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girth
So
expectancy.
we're talking about girth.
We're talking about girth expectancy. What can I expect
Well,
in terms of girth?
Yeah, I need to know what's my girth expectancy. on this?
Dr. David Schaefer invented a procedure known as SWAG. The Schaefer width and girth procedure. SWAG.
For width and girth.
Love it.
Width and girth. So it's wide. My penis isn't really long, but it's wide. What?
So maybe that is all they're talking about is the girth Brooks.
I hit 7 inches of girth.
Girth Brooks.
Cool.
Come get it, ladies.
Yeah.
Look like a tree stump.
Yeah. I mean, just,
If someone asks, tell them it's more than a little funny. It's extra funny. More of Ace and TJ's Extra Funny podcast coming up. It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the Extra Funny podcast in 3 minutes.
This pepperoni was carefully placed by hand by a pizza maker at Papa John's. Just like this one, and that one over there. Ooh, and even these in the crust. Get yourself the new epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza, only at Papa John's.
Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Ace, and I got to tell you about something special. It is a brand new way for you to take your membership, so to speak, in the Ace and TJ radio family to the next level. It's Ace and TJ Prime Plus. Now, you've heard of Prime. That's free. This is Prime Plus. It is a brand new paid subscription area with a lot of bonus content for you every single day, every single week from the Ace and TJ show, and it's all exclusive. It's the only way to see and hear the show every day commercial free. It's also the only way to get the extra portion of the Extra Funny podcast every single day. Plus, there's other great content such as TJ's new political podcast, The TJ Ritchie Show. And coming soon, we're going to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the show in Charlotte by going back. It's a weekly show featuring some of the classic Ace and TJ bits from the early days on Kiss 95.1 in Charlotte. All that and much more for just $4.99 a month. Or $55 for the entire year. Sign up today at acetj.com/prime.
More than just a little funny. This is Extra Funny. This is the Ace and TJ Show's Extra Funny podcast.
Summer is in full swing at Juneberry Ridge in Northwood, North Carolina, which is just an hour east of Charlotte. And there's always something great going on there. Now, their next Juneberry Jams session is going to be Saturday, June 24th. Saturday, June 24th. It's going to have a lot of great stuff, you know, with the tribute to Fleetwood Mac, folk music, and a fireside chat about the benefits of knowing your farmers. So it's informative and fun, and delicious, because some of the farm fresh food they're going to have would be those smoked duck quesadillas that are so scrumptious, and the pulled pork sandwich, chicken salad wraps, the chicken bacon cheddar ranch wraps, all of it delicious and very, very fresh. Now, if you like a $5 coupon to get $5 off a single day pass, use the promo code radio20 when you go to acetj.com/Juneberry. Don't miss it. It's Juneberry Jams.
This is the only time Ace and TJ are proud to be a little bit extra. It's the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Speaking about cosmetic procedures, there's another story today about a woman. She's in some foreign land. I don't know where it is. Maybe Sweden, somewhere like that.
Sweden.
Who has gone overboard with the plastic surgery, and she's trying to look like Barbie. You know, you always see that when they're going overboard with plastic surgery, they're trying to look like Barbie. But this headline was different because it says, "I erased myself to transform into a plastic bimbo Barbie." So I don't know what bimbo Barbie is, but you know, I know people hate on these women for doing this stuff, but this one, I mean, she is fun. I mean, look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you see it in the camera?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is going on there?
Oh, I'll tell you what's going on. Heat right off my computer screen. It's a good thing we work for ourselves here. That'd get flagged.
That's terrible.
Those things are massive.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. Did the face and everything.
Everything. Yeah, they always do. But I guess because she's got tattoos and she's got a grill and that sort of thing, that's where the bimbo Barbie thing comes in. But, man, what you talking about? Ooh, there's another good one. Look at it. Ooh, classic beauty.
Damn.
Just,
That's horrid.
and I know there's another good one hiding in here. There it is. This is my favorite, boys, right here. Look at there. All natural. All natural.
Dude, something is, that's,
Those are the biggest boobs I've ever seen.
Can you see it, Rob, on the camera?
Yeah.
You like it?
No.
Two boulders.
no.
See, I think the tattoos take away from the bimbo. When I think bimbo, I think of like blonde and thin and big boobs and stuff, but not like huge chest tattoos.
Yeah.
That's not like a bimbo to me.
Those are the absolute biggest lips I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've never seen lips that, and you know why most of these are when we get these stories, they're from other countries, is because American doctors probably wouldn't keep doing this stuff to her, or American. Yeah, exactly. Because they're a bunch of damn nerds.
Right, a bunch of cowards.
That's why they're a bunch of nerds.
They're cowards.
And I always
those
wonder
things make
why-
me sad now, though,
That's
when I
what I'm
see
saying.
them all the time.
I wonder why no one in her family has gotten to her and gotten her in some good counseling or whatever.
Yeah. Whenever you see those, it just makes me sad. Like, oh, I feel bad for that person that they, whatever's happening in their mind, they think that makes them feel better about themselves or whatever. It's makes
And
me
that's
sad.
why when they say people get addicted to plastic surgery, it's because they get one thing and they think, if I just get this done, it's going to, I'll be happy then.
Yeah.
That'll fix whatever problem I've got. And then they don't feel that. Then they go to the next thing. Well, if I just had a nose job, and then the nose job, it's like, well, that didn't, I'm still unhappy. Well, if I could just get, my cheeks done, or, whatever. And then they end up looking like Bimbo Barbie.
I've never seen another Swede that looks like that. The Swedes are, they don't look like that.
Yeah, and they're are they the ones that are raised to always be so humble? I don't know. Is it the Swedes that are like? What is where is the group ABBA from? Or Ace of Base? They're Swedish, right?
Swedish, yeah.
Yeah, that's where it is. And they don't brag on themselves ever. They're just like all of those those guys and women that work at that recording studio and all, where they write all those famous pop songs. They don't brag about how much success they've had and all that, and they've written more hit pop songs out of that one little studio than anywhere else. And they just like, you've got to be humble about it.
Ain't nothing humble about those two things.
And that's
Those
what I'm
two
saying.
Jugs.
So she's just really stepping out there and looking. I want as much attention as I can get, and I'm hot.
I like the classy way you phrased that, though, Rick. There's nothing humble about those jugs.
I mean, those are some boulders. Those are the biggest boobs I've ever seen.
But then the grill on the bottom. I mean, just in this one picture, she does not. And I know they've probably what do you call it?
Photoshop.
Photoshopped it, but she doesn't. That looks like a plastic doll.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like a Halloween decoration or something.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks like her entire face looks fake.
Mm-hmm.
Skin, forehead, eyes, lips, teeth, everything looks fake.
You think she's got an OnlyFans? See, to me, that's the kind of person that could make a fortune on OnlyFans. They would just treat it like a freak show.
Yeah. Because you're going to tap into something weird
Yeah.
with people.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys that pay for the subscription are like, if you just got this, let those boobs just, a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they really do look like basketballs.
I've never seen anything like it.
But if you're addicted to plastic surgery and then you have an OnlyFans account where you go and show before and after and during, and I bet there is a freak market for that out there.
Yeah.
Because when they show it in these regular news articles and all that, or even when they show on Botched, that show Botched, they have to blur out certain parts and everything. But if you got an OnlyFans and you just let it all show,
Yeah.
I bet there'd be some freaks out there that would pay a fortune for that. Ugh.
I just imagine sitting next to her on a plane. I'm gonna have some questions. I'm like, can I just talk to you? Like, can I pick your brain for a little bit?
And there's no way she's not over perfumed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Valid
telling
point.
you.
Yeah. She stank.
No
she
way.
stank.
Yeah.
But
Bimbo Barbie.
how does she talk though with those lips like that?
I think you just get used to it.
You listening to it or her?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Because there's no way she speaks clearly.
No, there's no way.
Is it like you're a ventriloquist at that point? Like you just got to figure out how to talk without using your lips?
Yeah, you would have to. Oh, you found video of her, Regan? Does she have some sort of a show or something?
They interviewed her about the
Oh,
about
I bet she's really sweet.
about feminism. So
Oh,
she's against feminism.
yeah. Bless.
Yeah, that's a look.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Kind of like Victoria Gotti. Was that her name? She's kind of reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything bad about the Gottis, but
They called her Catwoman and all. Is she the one? No, they didn't.
no,
call
that was
no.
a different woman.
Yeah,
But
but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
If you took that extreme to another extreme,
yeah, oh yeah,
as far out as that sounds.
or Donatella
Versace. That's
Versace.
Versace. That's who, actually when you
Yeah.
said Gotti, that's who I was thinking of, Donatella
Yeah.
Versace.
Yeah, like with just enormous boobs.
So Rob came in with a whole new hairstyle today, and he got the hairstyle in a, just a little bit of a different way than somebody who just decides I'm going to change my hair and go, get it cut a certain way. And this was more of a in the moment decision of how he's wearing his hair today. And we'll get the details of that as well as some other details about Rob's fabulous vacation that he had where he's sweating all over the Southeast. Do that next.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast. More next. Neogenics presents the Extra Funny Podcast. Find out more about Neogenics at acetj.com/neogenics. Now, Ace and TJ.
Did the air kick into high gear or something? Good Lord, it got cold in here.
So bump it.
So Rob, you had a lot of stuff go on while we were on vacation. Way more than you normally would, because you're not what you would really refer to as an active person.
Correct.
Most of the time. But it seems like you made the most of it, listening to some of the stuff that you've been talking about. Mm-hmm. Going to play Dungeons and Dragons a lot. Mm-hmm. You did that. How many times did you play Dungeons and Dragons on vacation?
4. 3 of them were in a row. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I played D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And were you playing Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering whenever you had to leave to rescue Meredith?
I was playing Magic the Gathering. That was the day after we were, so the 24th, I believe, was the Saturday. Mm-hmm. I was at the card store in Concord, and I was in the middle of a game. And then my niece's husband, who was there playing cards with me, came up to me and said, "Do you know what this means?" And it was a text from an 803 number, which is the South Carolina area code where we live. And it was Meredith texting me from the neighbor's phone because she had locked herself out of the house, locked her keys in the house, locked her phone in the house, and locked one of the dogs in the house.
Whose phone was she using?
Just one of the neighbors right across the street.
It would have been so great if she would have been using the Lemonade Kid's phone.
I don't think it was. I really don't. I don't think it was that neighbor. No, we did see them yesterday though.
So, how long did it take you to get to her and let her back in the house to get her keys?
50 minutes.
And interrupted Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I was in the round 2 of 3 when she interrupted me. So,
Now, did you
How
stop?
inconsiderate.
Did you stop immediately?
well, yeah. Once I figured out that she needed me to come home, I stopped. But I was like, ask her if she needs me to come home first.
She's locked out. Do you need me?
So yeah.
And so, how did you end up with the buzzed off hair?
Right before we were about to go to Charleston, which was on Tuesday of last week, it's either Sunday or Monday. I knew I wanted to get my hair cut at the very least, the sides and the back, like I usually do. But then I said, I think I probably just want to shave it. But I gave Meredith the option to try to cut it however she wanted to, and if I liked it, I would keep it. If I didn't, I'd just shave it. But I kind of figured I was just going to shave it, no matter what happened, because I didn't think she was going to do a good job. And halfway through, she decided she didn't do a good job, so she just shaved it from there.
Yeah. Now, what is the style called that he had, Riggins, with that Mulan ponytail?
Is that a style?
Is it called something?
We'll call it a top knot or something.
A
like
top
that.
knot.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a bald spot at the back.
And
which
so
is
you were tired of that.
yeah, because it was too hot to have hair dangling in my face and on my ears and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I told her if she wanted to cut it shorter so I could style it, that'd be okay. But she didn't like the way she cut it, so she just went along with it.
Right. Okay, so now it looks good.
Thanks.
All buzzed off.
It's a huge head, and
Yeah.
you can tell that now for sure.
So, does she have to stop halfway and get another set of clippers that have been charging?
No, she.
Kind of like where you have to have an extra battery on hand.
No,
It'll do it all in one charge.
no, because she was using scissors at first,
Yeah.
and then we switched to the Manscaped beard shaver for the top,
Okay.
and that thing will run forever.
So you got to treat Rob's head when you cut it like when you were a kid and you'd go to mow and go, let me go make sure I got a gas because this
Yeah.
yard's too big for one tank. I got to refill.
Yeah. You gotta plug his razor up to one of those Tesla charging stations.
So she uses scissors on it first.
This is the first because she usually just uses clippers or the beard trimmer.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, if you want to try and use some scissors to try to get it to a style that I can style, that you can give it a shot.
Do you have a way to describe, and maybe you said this and I missed it, but do you have a way to describe what she was going for?
No, I told. She asked me what I was going for, and I said I don't know, but I'll let you do whatever you want to do.
It's helpful.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was just trying to see if there was a way, if we could get an understanding of what she was going for, then we could have a better idea of where did it go wrong, all kinds of things.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she was going because I told her to try and figure out what she wanted because for me, I just wanted it to not fall in my eyes and not on the top of my ears because it's too hot for that for me right now.
So you just shaved it.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I
And then y'all went to Charleston,
Right.
to go to the beach a little bit, and then to go see. Y'all went to Eric Church.
Yeah, Eric
and
Church
prayed.
and yeah, Eric Church had 2 openers. Ashley McBride, who is another well-known country singer, and a band that I've never heard of, the Red Clay Strays, but I really enjoyed them. They were great, and I've been listening to them all week. But it was a fun concert. Yep.
All right, but what did you think about walking around hot ass Charleston?
Right. So the day that we did the walking to the concert, Meredith and her mother, who went to Charleston with us, decided they wanted to go to the little market in the downtown area.
Oh God.
That is mostly outside, and it stretches for like a mile, I think. So we went down and back that, and I was dying, sweating to death. But there is one little area that was air conditioned. I took my time walking in that area, and then that was the extent of the outdoors in like the downtown area. but I did the beach the day before. So that was the only 2 days that I really was outside in the heat. But it was really
Yeah,
hot.
beach is fine.
Yeah, beach is
but
fine.
downtown Charleston in the summer is pretty much unbearable. It's just so hot.
So that day, Rob, you were out at the market all day sweating. Then you go back to the Airbnb, change clothes, and go to the show.
I didn't change clothes. I was like, I'm going to sweat when we get there. Let's just roll. I'm just gonna,
Okay, so you went to the concert dirty
right.
because you said I'm gonna get nasty anyway.
Yeah, because I knew as soon as I walked out of that door, I was going to sweat again. So
Yeah, because that humidity,
yeah,
Sweat again.
And did you walk to the show?
we were Uber slash Lyft. I don't remember which one, but
Yeah.
we did that and we were dropped off right in front of it. So I walked from the road to the show. It wasn't too far.
The show was at the Coliseum, or was it outdoors?
It's outdoors.
Okay.
And the whole time leading up to this, Meredith was telling me it was an indoor one, and I looked up the place. Whenever she told me where it was, I said, "This is not indoors. What are you talking about?" So she was also disappointed because she thought it was going to be indoors and air conditioned.
So y'all both went to this concert thinking it was inside, and then it wasn't.
No, I told her when she finally told me
Yeah.
where it was. I was like, "That's not an indoor place," because I looked up the place because I wanted to scope it out.
But it seems like that would make a difference. That'd be a walkaway point for you if you were going to buy tickets and then you saw it was going to be at an outdoor venue in the middle of the summer. That you would say, "I'll wait until the fall."
Right. If I would have known a week before.
Yeah.
But when she was buying the tickets, if she would have told me where it was, and I'm like, "Well, wait a second, that's an outdoor place in at the beginning of July. Can we not do that?"
Yeah.
But I didn't have that option. because
You
I
would have
purchased.
even decided no. Even Eric Church is not worth seeing in the heat.
No. There's
Okay.
nobody is.
Yeah, I just looked it up, Rob. Well, here's a tip for anybody. Anytime the word stadium is used,
I know.
that's bigger than an arena. That's like football stadium.
Well, this stadium was small. It was
this is that-
specifically for concerts. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, it's the it looks like it's the tennis complex.
Yeah, and it's very similar. It's actually smaller than the place in downtown Charlotte near where VBGB is. That little one there. It's smaller than that.
That's only 5,000 people.
Yes, it's called Credit One
Credit
Stadium.
One Stadium. But
Yeah. It's a really nice.
Rob,
place.
this was like a lot more than 5,000 people.
It
This
was
stadium
it
I'm
was
looking
the
at right now.
smallest place I've ever seen Eric Church in.
Yeah.
It was incredibly small. It felt tiny.
But be that as it may, it was outside.
Yes, and I sweat.
And the word stadium didn't tip y'all off to the fact that it was going to be
oh,
outside.
well, it tipped me off when she
Yeah.
told me.
Yeah, okay. All right. So she led you astray.
Yeah,
She was wrong. You were right.
as usual. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But what were y'all supposed to do for the 4th? Weren't you supposed to go to a cookout or something?
No,
It's not a cookout, but but just some sort of a get together with food that would probably be pizza or something like that.
Yeah, right. So I went to my brother's on the 3rd because everybody was working the 5th, so nobody wanted to do stuff on the 4th. And when we got there, he cooked up some burgers, some hot dogs. My mom brought some mac and cheese, and we were in the pool and we heard thunder, like less than an hour in the pool, thunder. So we had to get out. We went inside and everybody was in there and they were playing the wrestling video game, and I was about ready to leave. But then it cleared up, so we went back outside. But then all of the kids went in the pool, so I didn't get back in the pool. And then we left like 2 hours later.
Because you had to go deal with the dogs.
Right, because we left both of the dogs at the house.
Right. So you had to cut the fun short. Now, what was the bright spot of it?
We did stop for some Japanese food on the way back from a place in Belmont that I'm a big fan of, and it was delicious.
He said, we did get to stop at Saki Express,
yeah.
which is my favorite fast food hibachi restaurant.
Right. It's got a drive-through for hibachi food, and it's delicious.
The fast food style hibachi restaurant. It's my favorite of all of the fast food hibachi places.
I was going to say, I've never
It's my
heard of
favorite
a
one.
fast.
There's one in Fort Mill, too.
Yeah, we had one in Salisbury that was really good.
There's a hibachi drive-through.
Yep.
Ours is called Tokyo Express. Same thing though.
I mean, if it has the word express, then it's drive-through, I guess.
Saki Express, Tokyo Express.
4th of July was saved
Yeah, by the Japanese.
by the damn Japanese.
Doesn't that just go so well? It fits so well.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.